I'm 𝓢𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪 and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Samhain, which is coming up soon, and it's my favorite witchy holiday. If you don't know what Samhain is, it is a holiday that witches and pagans celebrate, and it is on Halloween. Although I celebrate it all this whole month of October because it's just, I love it so much. Technically, I usually started around September because of Mabon, but regardless. Anyways, I thought today I could tell you guys a little bit about what you can do for Samhain. Since it's coming up, I think it'd be a good idea to help give you guys some ideas. Now, I try keeping in mind with these ideas that, they require little to roughly no energy to do, but some of it will require a little bit more energy in case there's some of you who struggle with energy. When you get off work, you're tired, or something else. So it'd be 20 things roughly. I also made a little cute post of a shorter list that might be in my community section of my channel. You could probably also find it on either my Facebook, Instagram, or Tumblr if you wish to see that and save it. So without further ado, our first one will be finding a lantern. You can go to the thrift store and find a lantern. And what I mean by a lantern is, the kind that you would hold or you'd have outside, where you would put a candle in it. And what you're going to do with that is you are going to put a candle in it, or you can put incense in it. I would suggest mainly cone incense, but when I had my own little death altar for Hades and Thanatos, I had a little, it's like this small of a lantern that I put a candle in it. And every time I put a candle in it, I would set my intention when lighting it, saying that, if there's any roaming spirits around here, may this light, help guide you. May you follow this light into, like the afterlife and so forth. Roughly like that. I would carve some sigils into it as well. And yeah, it seemed like the spirits really liked it. That Thanatos really enjoyed it. So yes, you can do that. You can also probably put it outside if you wish to. It's great for Halloween decor without anyone knowing that you're being witchy. Another one I would suggest, which is number 2, I have to keep in mind before I start babbling. Create a sigil to honor the roaming spirits. This can also be mainly a sigil that can also help them find where they need to go in the afterlife, because some of them can just be roaming because they don't know where to go. And if you make them a sigil, I have one that Thanatos had given me a while back, but I would highly suggest you to make your own, or even ask your deity if they're willing to give you a sigil that can help spirits that are wandering, to help them find where they need to go. Also, if you guys keep seeing me look over here, my laptop's over here with my notes. Okay, so number 3. Make a sigil to help feed the spirits. This is really good if you don't want to give drinks and food as an offering all the time, or roughly if you can't. I would suggest, making a sigil that can help feed, spirits and stuff. Either they're roaming, whether you have spirit friends, a spirit vessel, or so forth. Make a sigil to help feed them. And what I would suggest, I've made many of these. My spirit friend at the moment has one. But I would make it into a poppet. Use that sigil, put it on a piece of paper, bind it with red thread, put it in there, put a little bit of, stuffing in it, fill it with some herbs that would be really good for spirit communication, but to help them feeling more calm and at ease, just overall like a good energy that you can give them. 4, light a white or black candle. That's all you have to do. Maybe saying why you're lighting that candle, you know, saying like, oh, I light this white candle in honor of, you know, my grandma that passed away, or so forth, you know, and then that's it. You could probably carve some sigils into it, or like a rune, or just leave it as is. You can anoint it with some oils, maybe make it offering plate if you wish, you know, just having the candle on the plate, surround it with some herbs and some other stuff for the spirits. Number 5, leave coffee, tea, or food on your altar for either the spirits or your ancestors. I mean, even for your deity if you work with one. Which number was that? Let's see. Okay, so we're on to number 6. Create a sacred space just for Samhain. And what I mean by this is creating just an altar, if you can, that is specific for Samhain. So this is where you can put your offerings on if you wish, instead of like your main altar, or you can decorate your main altar for Samhain. This is something I haven't been able to do just because of space and just my situation. But I would suggest actually putting it on the floor and leaving offerings and things like that, mainly because it's close to the ground, you know, the underworld and stuff. I would suggest that. Let's see. Okay. Number 7. I am so sorry, you guys. I have to keep that in mind. Honor a chthonic deity or a deity or entity that works with deceased spirits or the dead. So like Hades, Thanatos, Azazel. There's a few other entities. Can't really think of them off my head. There's Anubis. I can't really think of any other one on the top of my head, but I know there's also some demonic ones if you wish to work with them. There is Bezaliel, if I think I said his name right. I haven't worked with him for a very long time. I made a chant that he gave me on my channel. I think I'll probably try to get in contact with him later this month. But he is a fallen angel that rules over death and things like that as well. Number 8, burn hell money or checks. They make like ancestral checks that you can write and burn them in honor of your ancestors or as an offering to your ancestors. There are some people that burn hell money for their deities and their spirit guides, which you could do also. Another thing with those, you don't specifically need hell money. You can even use like play fake money. That works just as good. Something that I thought would be pretty cool to do is buying, you know, joint papers. They make like $100 bill ones. I think those are a really good alternative, you know, just taking a little piece and then burning it for your ancestors. Those would work just as good as well. You could also anoint them if you wish with some oil. Number 9, make a cleansing spiritual bath that is specific for Samhain. I was about to say Halloween. Well, it's whichever. Because, you know, given this time, it's good for, you know, doing banishing and removals. And I think it's also really good for renewals. So try to do that if you can. I'll probably post a video of one that I'm going to be making. So stay tuned. Number 10. Do a simple or complex ritual to banish or let go of certain aspects and things in your life. This one, like I said, it can be simple or as complex as you want. Me, I probably do it really simple, unless it's something I really, really just like don't want to come back. I will make it complex, as just like completely elaborate. Number 11, ward your home by carving a pumpkin. Pumpkins are very protective, and you could just set them outside with a little candle inside of them. Do divination, which is what? 12? Number 12? I don't know. Regardless, there's 20 things in here, okay? 13, if it is 13, is go ghost hunting or watch paranormal stuff. I would think going ghost hunting would be very fun, even doing it in your apartment, even though you might get scared. That's something that me and my family usually always do. I'll, download one of the apps on like Google Play and, just have fun from there. A lot of people say that, oh, it's all just a hoax and stuff. I've gotten some pretty scary, accurate things that I'm not sure how they even found out about that. So I don't think it's completely a hoax. Meditate. Meditating is something that I suggest all the time to do, especially during this month. Doing shadow work as well. Working with your darker aspect and working through some trauma or, just certain things. Go visit a graveyard or a cemetery. I wish I could go visit one of mine, but it's so far away from where I live, I can't. But I would suggest totally doing that, just roaming it, feeling the energies, seeing who you can connect with or who is around, honoring them, leaving offerings for them, especially if they haven't had any visitors for a while. Also, if you notice, I already just stopped saying the numbers because I don't know what number I'm on. Listen to what the wind is whispering. Now, I would suggest going outside, maybe at night, on like your patio, just kind of sitting there for just maybe 10 minutes, 5 at max, and kind of go into a meditative state. And if it's windy, see what the wind is saying, what it's whispering. Just kind of listen to your intuition with that as well. Write down your experience. Watch a Halloween movie that means a lot to you. Because when it has meaning to you, it can give you power, it can give you energy. It can help you get into the mood for Samhain and Halloween. Make a necromantic tea if you're wanting to communicate with the spirits. Now I have one that I written down. Maybe I'll show you guys a recipe on that as well. I'm not completely sure because it's kind of personal. But yeah, you could also, I guess, just make it if you don't want to communicate with it, but you just want to, get into that spirit, that mood. But it has mugwort in it, so it will probably make you a lot more aware. But the honey part would taste good. And lastly is celebrate Samhain or Halloween with family and friends. Because guys, you have to realize how short life actually is. Like, we'll be 70 years old within the blinking of an eye. Our life goes by so fast. We need to take time to just be present, be in a moment, and have fun, and be grateful for the life that we have at the moment, because we might not have that again, So really appreciate, having your friends and your family around you, because you won't even know how much time they have left here. So it's, in my opinion, an honor and a blessing to be able to celebrate in that way with them, which is what makes it very sacred. So, yes. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too chaotic or hard to listen to. I tried my best. But I hope you all have a very good day, week, night, whichever, and a blessed Samhain. And I'll see you all later. Bye.